What's up, blockchain? Nick from Truth Blitz. I wanted to come out and make an update video. I talked about earlier in my video how there was a huge sell-off of Bitcoin. The price is going way down. We were pretty well below $400 billion in overall market cap. You can see we're climbing back up a little bit. We're just under 400, almost at 400 billion right now. And Bitcoin right now is at 9,883. So it seems that one of the causes of this pullback was this alleged Binance hack. So Binance is claiming they weren't actually hacked, that this was basically people who had API keys to use with trading bots or other software to integrate in with their Binance account. So I've heard things that people's altcoins were sold off into Bitcoin. I've also heard that people's altcoins were sold off into Bitcoin and then bought via coin, which really spiked in price. So it's really unclear right now exactly what happened. I've heard some people say that accounts were compromised that did not ever have an API key. So anybody who's purchased Gunbot through me or otherwise, or any other bot as a matter of fact, but specifically the people who purchased it through me who trade on Binance, if your account was compromised and this happened to you, drop a line just so I could get a little intel. But here's an article from Forbes. Crypto market drops amid rumors of Binance hack. Total crypto market cap slides below 400 billion. On Wednesday morning, rumors began circulating on Reddit, the most popular cryptocurrency exchange in the world by volume. Binance had been hacked. In a post titled "Binance sold all my altcoins at market rate," Reddit user Shashank, I'm not going to pronounce that because I really can't, wrote, "Binance just sold all my alts at market rate, and I've just got Bitcoin now. Is it because the account getting hacked or Binance bot issue? Have raised the ticket." Of course, there's an editorial note saying that cryptos are highly speculative. Anyway, in a follow-up statement, Binance wrote, "We're investigating reports of some users having issues with their funds. Our team is aware and investigating the issue as we speak. As of this moment, the only confirmed victims have registered API keys to use with trading bots or otherwise. There's no evidence of the Binance platform being compromised. Please remain patient and we will provide an update as quickly as possible. Edit, withdrawals are temporarily disabled at this time." But some users disputed this claim, such as OO Butternut, who wrote, "However, there are people on this thread who say they've never used an API and had their coins sold." Other reports, one other user reports this story. Okay, so here's a tweet from the CEO of Binance. "All funds are safe. There were irregularities in trading activity. Automatic alarms triggered. Some accounts may have been compromised by phishing from before. We're still investigating. All funds are safe." Bitcoin dropped as much as 10% during the time these rumors have circulated, along with many other major coins. So we really don't know exactly what was going on as of now. I don't know if this via coin thing was just coincidental or if that was tied to this as well, but I heard it was up over 75%. I really haven't even looked at the chart for via coin. So yeah, really. And the thing is, if Binance was really hacked, they're probably not going to come out and say, yes, we were hacked, because it would cause a panic. All right. So the fact that they temporarily disabled withdrawals is kind of it's either a red flag that they're not telling us everything, or it was purely a safety measure. Because I know with Gunbot anyway, when you set up your API key, you make sure not to enable, and this is on any exchange, you make sure not to enable the withdrawal function. So that way, your API grants your bot access to the exchange to trade and read info from the exchange. However, you cannot withdraw, because just as we saw here, if somebody has your API key, they can get into your account bypassing the two-factor authentication, and if your withdrawal function is enabled, they can withdraw your coins or tokens to their own wallet. So this is, I'm sure, having a huge effect on the overall market. And then there's also this situation, which I saw a little while ago on CNBC. It's funny because I have, Google Newsstand, right? Automatically sends articles to my phone. And every time it's a crypto article, it is always a negative article. It's always. So Bitcoin just tanked below 10,000 after SEC says crypto exchanges must register with agency. Bitcoin fell Wednesday, dropping below the key $10,000 level after the Securities and Exchange Commission said it will require digital asset exchanges to register with the agency. The largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization dropped nearly 10% on Coinbase in a sudden move after the SEC statement stoked fears tightening regulation could restrict future trading. Bitcoin is trading at around 9,780 around 3:37 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is the Bitstamp chart. According to the SEC statement, if a platform offers trading of digital assets that are securities and operates as an exchange as defined by the federal securities laws, then the platform must register with the SEC as a national securities exchange or be exempt from registration. The SEC staff has concerns that many online trading platforms appear to investors as SEC registered and regulated marketplaces when they are not. Many platforms refer to themselves as exchanges, which can give the misimpression to investors that they are regulated or meet the regulatory standards of a national securities exchange. Bullshit, whatever. The statement from the regulatory agency comes after weeks of subpoenas from the SEC in its attempt to establish better control over the many trading platforms and exchanges. Whether securities laws apply to digital coins has remained a matter of much speculation, enabling firms to rely on self-disclosure and attorneys to try to distinguish themselves from common scams. Bitcoin is down roughly 50% from its all-time high of near 20,000, reached in December, falling sharply since then as ongoing fears of government regulation plague the cryptocurrency. But news of potential phishing problem is one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges also weighed on the asset Wednesday. So then it goes into what we just talked about, the Binance issue. So I'm sure this is having a huge effect as well. There's probably a lot of people who are unsure what's going to happen. People have to remember this though, right? These are centralized exchanges that they're targeting. Okay. I knew all of this, after this hearing with the Senate Banking Committee with the CFTC and the SEC. Everyone was very optimistic. Just by reading Jay Clayton's statements that he made during that hearing, I knew he was going to be an issue. All right. Now, Giancarlo, on the other hand, from the CFTC, he seemed a lot more open to cryptocurrency. Unfortunately, he is not in charge of the agency that is going to be putting in most of the regulations that are going to affect us. Okay, he's putting in he's going to be in charge probably mainly of regulations when it comes to futures trading. So what's going to happen to a lot of these exchanges? What's going to happen to, people who use Bittrex or mainly US exchanges? I'm sure if it came down to it, a lot of the exchanges out of the US will probably have to stop taking US customers, just as Bitfinex did. Maybe they saw this coming, and that's why they did it early. But people need to remember this. Decentralized exchanges are here, all right? They are growing in popularity. There's more of them coming out. I've talked about IDEX. I've talked about Fork Delta, which has essentially replaced Ether Delta. Ether Delta is pretty much dead now. All right, there's still some activity on it. However, it has been really declining. It was delisted from CoinMarketCap. It was, it's not looking good over there. I don't know if they fixed their API issue. I haven't even checked. Like I said, Ether Delta was dead to me before they were even really dead to the rest of the crypto space. I just saw what was going on there and was disgusted, so I stopped using it. But as I said, we have Fork Delta now pretty much in its place. We have other ones coming out. So they can try to regulate this all they want, okay? But this is the beauty of decentralization. All right, there are ways around it. They can say, well, you can't use your Poloniex account anymore, or whatever. They can say that. So what we do is we move to a decentralized exchange, and I mean that's really, it's going to have an effect on the price. You better believe that. I guess it's yet to be seen what is going to happen as far as this. You know, they're talking about exchanges registering. You know, I don't know what's going to happen yet. I don't know what that entails. You know, I really I don't know anything about it, so I'm not going to pretend I do. So if they fail to register, I don't know. But something we're going to have to look closely at, because like I said, this can have a huge effect on the market. And this is probably part of the reason why, you know, we're seeing this price drop. So this is the thing. You can try to predict prices with charting. And I'm not saying me personally, because you know, like I said, I'm trying to learn how to chart out and do chart analysis. But no amount of knowledge of doing that is going to prepare you for news that can affect the market. All right, because you don't have a crystal ball. Anyway, so that is these two issues right here, the Binance issue and the SEC issue, are probably the main reasons why we're seeing the sharp decline in price that we're seeing today. So I just wanted to come on and talk about that briefly. That's it for now. Follow me on Twitter, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.